Hello, everybody. I am Tyler Liston, co-founder of We Are Horror, host of the Timber podcast, which is a part of the We Are Horror podcast network. Um, Here to give a little bit of an introduction to our new venture, the Let's Scare Tyler to Death. We are here in my creepy dungeon den thing here. Don't worry about the creepy basement back there. It is definitely haunted, but nothing has ever bothered me in here. So, fingers crossed. Let's see. I also want to apologize. I am still trying to figure out lighting and backgrounds and do everything fun. So you're going to see a lot of Tyler's computer screen in my glasses until I get that figured out. I'm going to do my best, but I'm an old man and I am a stupid. So, I hate horror video games. I don't hate them. I can't do them. Even back in the old PlayStation 1 days when I had the first Resident Evil, I just couldn't get past maybe 10, 15 minutes of it. I was just far too scared. And so that's exciting. So to try to combat some of my own anxieties and fears surrounding them, I will be playing them with you. Once a week, we're going to be playing through some horror video games. We'll be talking about spooky shit, whatever you want to talk about. As I mentioned at the start, I'm the co-founder of We Are Horror Magazine, and I am also the host of the Timber podcast, which is a part of the We Are Horror Magazine podcast network, along with two amazing podcasts, Drinking the Kool-Aid with Cassidy and Amanda, and Nightmare on 5th Street with Dahlia and Alma. If you get a second, give them a follow, give them a rating. They will greatly appreciate it, and I will give you a kiss. I had put out a call for questions on Twitter, so I'm going to try to answer some of those and kind of give you an idea of why we're doing this, and yeah, we'll go from there. First question from JD. What's up, man? What video games do you like to play? Well, JD, you handsome bitch. I'm not good at video games. I'm just going to say that right now. So welcome to my Twitch channel. Yeah. And watch someone suck. But I do love to play them. So the majority of the time I'm playing sports games like MLB The Show, Madden, which I am not good at that either. But a couple games that I've been playing a lot recently are the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which just blew my mind because I remember playing it back in the old PS1 days, and it was like the nastiest looking polygons you could ever think, and this is just a gorgeous game. It's absolutely fantastic. I've also been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, I got into that one because my boy Kyle is a huge Assassin's Creed fan, and pretty soon he'll be doing a podcast focusing on the lore and the stories surrounding the Assassin's Creed franchise. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I've clocked like 150 hours in Valhalla, and it's one of the most rewarding games that I've ever played. Just a lot of goddamn fun to play. So that's what I've been playing mostly. So yeah, I'm a pretty boring dude. Next question. Kyle, you magnificent bastard. What system do you play on? Well, I love you, first of all. Love you. Right now I have a PS5. I've done most of my gaming on the PlayStation platforms. The first game that I'm going to be playing for this channel is Fatal Frame, which is on a PlayStation 2. As you can see, I've got the PS2 hooked up to my computer where I'll be playing that. But I assume that the majority of the games that I will be playing for this channel will be on my PS5. So, I've already preloaded it with all of the Resident Evil games because I assume that's where I'll be going after this. But who knows? I'll be taking suggestions from you guys and playing basically whatever you want to see me play. Eric asked me, what made you want to do this? Well, I don't really. Uh, I do. I need to face this intense anxiety surrounding horror games because they are genuinely beautiful aspects of the horror genre, and I keep missing out on them because I'm a scaredy cat. So that's it. You could say that it has something to do with a large woman from the new Resident Evil game, but I keep missing out, and everybody's talking about it, and everybody's having fun, and I just can't do it. So that's why I want to do this. I want to get better at them. I want to scream and cry and piss my pants and say a lot of swear words, and you guys can watch and laugh at me, and we can talk about spooky shit. So that's why I want to do it. Next question. Meg asks, what is the first game you remember playing? Um, the first game I remember playing is Super Mario Brothers on the NES. I'm very old. I'm so sorry, but I remember sitting there with my dad and playing through that, and I remember playing with my sister. Shout out Tina, I love you, girl. But she's a few years older than me, and she'd just have super bad anxiety about it. So anytime she'd be stuck, she'd be trying to, throw the controller across the room to make Mario jump. But that's the first game I remember playing. The first game I fell in love with was actually Ocarina of Time. I was in middle school. I don't know, 7th, 8th grade, something like that. Again, I'm old, so sorry. Um, but I bought the thick old walkthrough, and just for days over a whole summer, I just played every aspect of that game, and I just fell in love. It blew my mind, um, just what it could do with 3D graphics. The Ocarina of Time hit me at an interesting time in my life. It was middle school. The whole crux of the game is, you're small Link, and then you grow up, and then sometimes you have to go back down, but you grow up into this powerful uh, Link, and I was kind of doing that myself, going through puberty, um, noticing girls and dudes, noticing lots of butts, and just the aspect of the feeling of growing up was important to me at the time, and I genuinely loved it. It was fantastic. Next question. Kate asks, what are your favorite game consoles? Like I mentioned before, I do most of my gaming on PlayStation. Um, I had a 360 for a little while, but that was mostly because during that time I couldn't get my hands on a PS3. They were non-existent. I was living out in Arizona at the time, and every store I went to was completely sold out. So I said, "Fuck it, let's get an Xbox." I just really wanted to play a game, um, and it was fine. I have nothing against Xbox. It took me a while to get used to the controller, um, but it was a fine system. I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not. I don't know all the technical aspects of all these systems, um, but it was fine. I enjoyed it. Growing up, I was exclusively Nintendo, NES, Super Nintendo, and then 64. And as soon as I got done with the 64, I went to PlayStation and never looked back. Besides that little affair that I had with the Xbox. Brad asks, what horror are you reading or watching right now? Um, as you may all know, I have 3 kids, and they are all under the age of 3. So the past few years have been very light for me, as watching horror wise. Um, but actually, this year I've been doing pretty good. I have watched more this year than I have in the past couple years combined. Um, my favorites so far this year have been Werewolves Within. Might be recency bias because I just watched it like last week, but um, blew my mind. Fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Had so much fun watching it. Another one that I really liked was Caveat. Um, my my Midwestern ass is trying to say caveat, but Caveat, I don't know how to say it, whatever. But it was incredible. I've seen some arguments that it's a little slow and not a whole lot happens, but um, it's really an exercise in just building dread. Like that movie never let me calm down the whole time, and then when it hit at the like the last 15 minutes, it just I lost my mind. It was fantastic. As for reading, I am now going into Who Goes There by John Campbell. Um, what the thing was based off of. And I've been having a lot of fun lately reading the Blair Witch Files books. I don't know how many there are, but I have like 5 of them. The Witch's Daughter, The Dark Room. They're just The Drowning Ghost, The Death Card, and Blood Nightmare. They are a lot of fun. Quick reads. I can usually get through them in a couple days or so. And anything having to do with Blair Witch, I am 100% in on. So that's what I'm reading right now. That's about it. All right. Jamie asks, how much do you and Ryan make from We Are Horror? Nothing. We don't make anything. I was gonna make a joke, but nah, we don't make anything. Last year in July, so yeah, a year ago, Ryan approached me about putting this thing together, and we each put in a $500 investment to get it rolling. But we haven't taken a dollar from the magazine since then. I assume that at some point we'll recoup our investment, but we're not worried about that right now. Right now, we're just worried about paying our writers the most we can, and bringing more artists on board to do cover art and the little pieces in between the articles. My voice just cracked. Did you hear that? Yeah. I'm old, but I'm also prepubescent. But anyways, yeah, we didn't do this thing to make money. And the same thing goes for this channel. Like, I don't want your money. I just want to hang out and I want to play horror games and I want to learn about you guys and I want to learn all the awesome stuff that you're doing and I want to promote you guys as much as possible. So, but all we're doing is trying to give people a platform. So, sorry. Right now we are paying $100 per article. That's maxing out our monthly budget that we get from Patreon. And so thank you guys so much for that support. Without it, I mean, we would have put out one issue and it would have been done. So thank you so much for that. And your continued support, your likes, your retweets, your follows. We genuinely just couldn't do it. We couldn't pay Danny. We couldn't pay our artists. We couldn't pay our writers if it wasn't for you. So we love you and we thank you. Mwah! So that's it, everybody. I just wanted to thank you again for hanging out with me for a few minutes here while I try to get everything figured out. I will figure out the lighting, so I apologize for this. And I'm ready. I'm excited to get going. So we'll be seeing you soon. Check for updates and scheduling stuff. I'll be putting it out on our Twitter. And give us a follow here on Twitch. And scare me to death. I'm ready. All right. Love y'all.